Aaron Rodgers. He's now the team captain of the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think he's won those guys over. I think he's won the head coach over. We'll have to see. I mean, we'll have to see when there's a little bit of controversy going on to know a little bit more about how is Aaron fitting in and how does that work with the Pittsburgh Steelers, because that coach does not take flack from any player ever. And I don't expect him to take any flack from Aaron either. So we'll see when there is a negative moment how they handle that. I think it'll be kind of interesting. But then you've got the Vikings with J.J. McCarthy. They've got a rookie quarterback. They're going to be starting him. And the Vikings, a lot of people are thinking the Vikings could be a pretty interesting team this year with J.J. McCarthy because of the little bit that we have seen so far. But that's still something to wait. But I did watch something today with Joe Montana. And he was talking about who are the top 3 quarterbacks right now in the NFL, right? So his top 3 were Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, and Justin Herbert, believe it or not. And he threw in like a 3B with Jalen Hurts. Now, do I agree with him? I kind of do. I got Josh Allen, but somewhere I think you got to have Lamar Jackson. I don't know how everything we've seen, John, this guy almost every year is a potential MVP of the league. And I think it's because of how well he runs, how fast he is, his ability to be able to read coverages and throw the ball as strong as he does. I think he's got to be in there somewhere. And I'm going to throw in Burrow, but on my 3B, how about Brock Purdy? I know people will say, there's a reason they paid him what they paid him, John. He got paid that $250+ million contract because he's been damn good. And the only time he wasn't good was when he was missing his left tackle, his starting running back, a couple of wide receivers, a tight end that's banged up, and blah, 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 blah. And suddenly everybody thinks he's not really all that good. I'll tell you what, the kid is all that good. And as long as they can stay a little bit healthier than last year and have McCaffrey in the backfield, I think that he's going to have a really, really amazing year. What about you? What do you think? Do you have a top 3 or what do you think?
I don't think you could do it, Pete, without having Patrick Mahomes. Now, the Super Bowl was not Patrick Mahomes' fault.
No.
The fact that Philadelphia just ran roughshod on them and the fact that their defense was smothering and they had no answer. And quite frankly, it exposed their offensive line. So I would still put Mahomes in my top 3. I would say Josh Allen, Mahomes, and Jalen Hurts. I got nothing against Burrow. I love him. I got nothing against Lamar Jackson. But I would take Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts over Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow. That's just my thinking, Pete.
Sure.
And the fact that Patrick Mahomes has these Super Bowl wins stacked up on his record, I think that's well-deserved praise. And I think he'll come back stronger this year as long as they can protect him better than they did in the Super Bowl.
And they've been paying people up. They've been paying for offensive linemen, so they're doing what they can. And he's, let's be honest, he's been around for a little while now. And I'm not saying he's old or too old or anything like that, but he's not the same guy that he was 3-4 years ago, which is saying a lot. But I don't think he's the same athlete that he was just a few years ago. You just start getting a little bit older, and I think that's kind of where Patrick is. I like him. It's hard to not have him on there, John. The guy has only been an MVP and all the rest of it. I mean, he's great for sure. I just wanted one other thing I wanted to point out for you, John, was this one. So Shohei Ohtani, we talk about him all the time. How about this? He yesterday hit his 100th home run as a Dodger. He hasn't been with the Dodgers very long, by the way, but as a Dodger, finally he hit his 100th home run. And I got it in front of me here. It took him 444 games to get the 100 home runs that he got with the Angels. This time, it only took him 294 games to get to the 100. This guy is getting better with age, and it's amazing just watching what he's able to do. And I would emphasize one last thing about Ohtani. When he was running the bases, John, I wanted to take note of this when I was watching him do his most recent home run. He's running the bases. That guy's big. I mean,
oh yeah,
he's like a 6'4", 6'5" guy, and you sometimes forget that because he's got the baby face. He walks up to the plate. He does this and that. But I'll tell you what, he's a big human being, and there's a good reason why with the bat speed he's got and the big long arms there's a good reason why that guy's hitting home runs and hitting 100 home runs for 2 of the LA teams. That's not so bad.
Yeah, 47 homers, I think, so far this year, Pete. The kid's hitting, almost 280. The kid,
Yeah.
the full-grown man is hitting at a 280 clip. And by the way, he can still throw strikes, Pete.
Yeah.
And he can throw the ball right by a lot of people.
Yeah.
So, there's a reason that this guy is a 3-time MVP. And it's well-deserved. And he is one of the players that if you have a chance to see him play, you should. Because, A, we never know. I hope he plays for 10 or 15 more years. But you never know how long a guy is going to be able to play. Because, if you get a Tommy John's surgery and you can't come back and all of a sudden it affects his hitting or whatever, all those kinds of things. But go see him, go see Aaron Judge whenever you get a chance, because they are generational players, both these guys. About a quarterback that the University of Michigan was able to grab courtesy of one Larry Ellison, even though Larry went to Illinois. I think it's his wife that went to Michigan. But let's let the video tell you a little bit more about the player and the money.
Wait, so Michigan just dropped $12.5 million on an 18-year-old QB? So apparently the second richest man in the world had to help Michigan land their new quarterback. Yeah, this ain't just NIL anymore. This is Wall Street meets college football.
This is not NIL
Meet Bryce Underwood.
Right.
He became his high school's starting QB as a. He went 54 overall, grabbed 2 national titles, and even went undefeated in 2022. Basically, he was treating high school offenses like they were on JV Madden settings. By the time he graduated, Bryce was the #1 recruit in the 2025 class. Originally committed to LSU, but then Michigan said, "Hold my billionaire." Reports say Bryce signed a $12.5 million NIL deal with Michigan's Champions Circle Collective, averaging about $3 million per year. That's not a deal. That's an NFL rookie contract. And here's the kicker. Rumors say Oracle founder Larry Ellison, worth around $280 billion, helped back it. This man has enough money to buy like every Big Ten school and still have change for a Costco hot dog. Oh, and Tom Brady made a few calls too, because of course he did. Michigan basically assembled the Avengers to land this kid. Now, Bryce is 18 years old, already Michigan's first true freshman starting QB in 16 years. So here's the question. Did Michigan just buy themselves the future of college football? Or did they just drop $12.5 million on the world's most expensive freshman orientation?
I like the presentation from that guy. That was great.
Yeah. And, especially with Arch Manning having, and I think Arch will have better games. We've seen him have better games where he had to step in for Ewers last year, for instance, but didn't look good against Ohio State. And the teams he played, when you look at some of the high school teams that Arch was playing, but this kid to be national champions and so forth in high school, and, that's more or less based on press and everything else. But still, he is an impressive quarterback, Pete. And the fact that they spent this kind of money on him, you got to like that.
That's real money. That is real money. It's unbelievable how NIL has just blossomed into this monstrous thing. I mean, these guys, rookie contracts, in some cases more than rookie contracts. Some of these guys are going to be taking pay cuts when they go to the NFL. I mean, it's really amazing.